The Trotters have reached the backstretch, and they are underway. And a break of stride on the inside by Webflow. Center of the track, good start for Abraham Hanover, while towards the inside up comes Galazzo. And now on the outside, pressure being put on there by Credit to Frank. It's fourth there to Green Mel, is about 3.5 away. He's followed by Give Me a Yankee. Then comes Lionheart Hanover and Webflow way back after the early break of stride. Meanwhile, Credit to Frank taking over there from Abraham Hanover on their way to the quarter-mile marker now in 28 3/5. They straighten out. The lead belongs to Credit to Frank. Abraham Hanover led briefly there and now wants to retake here for Mike Wilder. Meanwhile, about 2.5 back to third, and Galazzo. Green Mel is fourth. That's the 2-5 favorite, now about 4.5 away after the retake by Abraham Hanover. Then fifth is Give Me a Yankee, followed by Lionheart Hanover and Webflow back on stride, but still way removed from the rest of the field. Abraham Hanover leads it, and now movement from third as the first over is coming from Galazzo. The half mile 58-2, 29-4 second panel. So a lot of action around the first turn and front stretch, but the fractions are reasonable here. Abraham Hanover on top, Galazzo coming up strong on the outside. In the pocket still there is Abraham Hanover. Green Mel is in motion, second over, following up the cover. And a gap back to fifth, and Give Me a Yankee. Going past Lionheart Hanover, the deep trailer is Webflow. New leader here is Galazzo, but Green Mel chasing him now as Abraham Hanover drops back. 3/4, 126 and 127 and 4, much faster on the back as Green Mel comes up strong on Galazzo. Give Me a Yankee coming up right behind that cover, and further back, Credit to Frank looking to close fourth. Top of the stretch, Green Mel battling now with Galazzo. On the outside, Give Me a Yankee is a threat. Andy Miller trying to get more out of Green Mel. Give Me a Yankee moving up, and Give Me a Yankee going to go right on past the odds-on favorite. Give Me a Yankee by a length and 3/4. Green Mel second, Galazzo third, and Credit to Frank fourth. Give Me a Yankee, 155 flat. The Trotters have reached the backstretch, and they are underway. Inside speed from Honolulu Hanover on the outside. Up comes Manoa early on. And in between, it's Frank Leahy. Manoa going to strike the front here. Frank Leahy takes the pocket. Then comes Honolulu Hanover third. He's followed by Matthews. Bombay Tom is fifth. And at the back, Panto Falaio and the early trailer Gimlet Hanover. So Manoa aggressive early as Frank Leahy sits the pocket for the moment. The field of 7 winging around the turn to the quarter in 28 even. They come to the front stretch, and now Frank Leahy going to make a move here for Yannick Gingras. Steps out as soon as the straightaway starts and takes over that lead now at 1-5. Manoa with Scott Zeron watching him go past. Third on the inside, Honolulu Hanover is followed then by Matthews mid-pack fourth. Bombay Tom fifth. At the back, Panto Falaio, and the trailer remains Gimlet Hanover. So now it's Frank Leahy in charge. They're lined up behind him as they make their way to the half-mile marker in 57-2, 29-2 for panel number 2. Now on to the backstretch. Frank Leahy leads it by a length and a quarter, stretching it some now from Manoa. Honolulu Hanover third. You've got some first over movement there. That is Bombay Tom coming up into fourth as he goes past Matthews. Panto Falaio sixth, and the trailer remains Gimlet Hanover. So right now the lead is a length and a quarter for Frank Leahy as Bombay Tom continues to move up on the outside. 3/4, 125 and 4, 28-2 for the third panel. Frank Leahy hoping to salt this one away, stretches it to 2 over Manoa. On the outside, Bombay Tom trying to get closer but struggling to do so. Honolulu Hanover saving ground is fourth, and he's about 5 1/4 away. Top of the stretch, Frank Leahy starting to lose the pursuit now. Second is Manoa, room on the inside for Honolulu Hanover. Outside Bombay Tom, but none of them will throw any kind of a scare into Frank Leahy with Yannick Gingras. Frank Leahy by about 5 1/4 at the end. Photo for the place going to come down to Honolulu Hanover and Bombay Tom as Manoa was just a notch back from them in fourth. Easy one for Frank Leahy, 154 flat. The Trotters have reached the backstretch, and they are underway. Speed out in the center of the track from Hay Porter as well as on the inside. The fix is in, and Messenger Hanover gets close as well as Lefties Righties. A contested pace here. Back in fifth is Meshuggah moving up in front of I'll Have a Double, and the early trailer now is Jeffrey J. And as the dust settles, it's Lefties Righties who comes away with the lead while the Fixes In went off stride. So Lefties Righties now leads by 2.5 over Messenger Hanover with Hay Porter on the outside. The quarter 28-1. Hay Porter now coming up strong here for Andrew McCarthy and takes that lead away from Lefties Righties. Back on the inside third is Messenger Hanover. Single file goes to Meshuggah. He's the 4-5 favorite, sitting about 3.5 back for Scott Zeron. Then comes I'll Have a Double. Jeffrey J is sixth, and the Fixes In after that break of stride. Too far back to get into this one. They come around the turn, the lead belonging here to Hay Porter. Nobody off the pylons on the front end as they come to the half in 57 even. 28-4 second panel. To the backstretch, little bit of a wind helping him out. Hay Porter up by a length and 3/4, stretching it some now from Lefties Righties. Messenger Hanover still third, and Meshuggah's fourth. He's going to move to the outside. He's still got to make up about sixth, though. A gap back to I'll Have a Double, then Jeffrey J, and again way back to the Fixes In. Hay Porter leads it. Meshuggah comes bounding up on the outside. Still in the pocket is Lefties Righties. 3/4, 125-1, 28-1. Third panel. Fractions are swift here. Meshuggah coming up strong on Hay Porter. Messenger Hanover moves second over to pick up that live cover. Lefties Righties right there, just a length back in the pocket. Top of the stretch. They come there in a bunch. Slight edge for Hay Porter. Meshuggah trying to chase him down inside. Lefties and Righties making another move. Lefties Righties. Meshuggah in between Hay Porter. Lefties Righties. Slight lead over Meshuggah. Lefties Righties for Braxten Boyd. Knocks off the heavy favorite Meshuggah. Hay Porter was third. Messenger Hanover fourth. Lefties Righties 153-3.